Is he making a statement? Welcome back to MTR, home to the loudest space bar in the business. That was me making a statement.
With it authentic, all y'all frauds better quit with the trash talk before you get tossed in it. Y'all tripping, ball ripping, y'all sipping too much, right to the palms dripping, lost in it, thoughts different. You don't want no drama, that don't get involved in it. I'm in a whole different headspace. You making money, well that's great. I get no interest in talking to people that I know are two-faced, too fake. Get out of my face, woo. What are you doing in my lane? There's already too many rappers, I'm sick of the traffic and I ain't got no brakes.
You know I love silence. I've noticed with this album that there's a lot more use of unpredictability in the bass drum, which make things a lot more harder to follow, which is great. And I feel like from a rap perspective, it does as well, because you really need a proficient flow to be able to get through the kinds of syncopation that's in this. And syncopation is a really, really hard thing. So syncopation meaning the rhythms are falling on the offbeat. It makes things a lot more uneasy and unpredictable. When a rapper's rapping, they do use quite a bit of syncopation, that is accenting several words or several rhythms which are not on the beat. And NF does that a lot. But there's so much syncopation in this accompaniment that I don't know where it's going.
Talking to people that I know are two-faced, too fake. Get out of my face, woo. What are you doing in my lane? There's already too many rappers, I'm sick of the traffic and I ain't got no brakes. I already passed you, you don't like what I'm doing, who asked you? You got into music cause you think it's fun, man, I'm doing this cause I have to. It's real music, chills to it, feel through it, real stupid, skills to it, quit moving, woo. If I say something, I will do it, yeah. I used to dream of these moments, I'm living them now. Look up to heaven like mama, you proud. I'm on the way to New Zealand, I'm up in the clouds, dang. I mean, who would've known this? Who would've known this? This industry never told me I was welcome. I went to the house of the bed and I broke in and told them that I would be back high, flatline. All of your whack rhymes, that's mine. Might get away from it, boy. MMLP, I'm the bad guy. Last time, I have been taking it easy, the game's mine. Fame, why? I don't care about none of that. I'm just sick of the trash lines.
I'm finding it interesting. Again, lyrics. I have to keep looking at them. NF is using an aspect of pitch here in his rapping. So it's purely rap so far. Really interesting synthesized accompaniment, which was at the beginning and which came in later on. But I do want to take it back to the thing which sounded the most like a chorus, which there may not even be one in this, which is fine, where there was a lot more predictability to his flow. It was a lot more coherent. The rhythms were less syncopated. And he actually used an aspect of pitch where he was going up in pitch, which I felt like brought some kind of unity and familiarity to this. So I'm hoping that that comes back. And I'm going to see what the lyrics were. Let me just find it first. It's this part.
I used to dream of these moments, I'm living them now. Look up to heaven like mama, you proud. I'm on the way to New Zealand, I'm up in the clouds, dang. I mean, who would've known this? Who would've known this? This industry never told me I was welcome. I went to the house of the bed and I broke in and told them that I would be back high, flatline. All of your whack rhymes, that's mine. Might get away from it, boy. MMLP, I'm the bad guy. Last time, I have been taking it easy, the game's mine. Fame, why? I don't care about none of that. I'm just sick of the trash lines. I grew up on Eminem, now look where the game's at. Lame raps, Hollywood fame max. I'm sick of the same trash. I got no blunt in my mouth, but give me a beat, I'ma blaze that. Woo! Give me a beat, I'ma blaze that. You and me in the same class. You and me in.
Do you know what's being used here is a lot of a very high pitch woo. It's been at least happened 3 or 4 times. From a non-musical perspective, it shows that he's pumped. It shows that there are things that he's really trying to get off his chest, but really trying to tell people. At the same time, from a musical perspective, it creates interest once again in pitch. It's the only time where he's really using a much higher pitch. It doesn't need to be there lyrically, it doesn't. But musically, yeah, it can. I grew up on Eminem, now look where the game's at. Lame raps, Hollywood fame acts, I'm sick of the same trash. Is he making a statement? I really want to hear that New Zealand part again.
Hollywood fame max, I'm sick of the same trash. I got no blunt in my mouth, but give me a beat, I'ma blaze that. Woo! Give me a beat, I'ma blaze that. You and me in the same class. You and me in on the same road. Music has always been my home. I used to call it some people that won't call me back, now they blowing up my funny how that works. Mad perks, killing the record, got blood on my black shirt. I'm jealous in love with the music, don't ever come near her. I ain't from around here. How you let me run it down here? If that isn't bothering none of you rappers, then what are y'all doing out here? I was like music in my ears. Might never make it, I don't care. Drake, I love what you're doing, but call up the game and tell him that I'm here. Yeah. I like that, might snap, I laugh. Y'all better surrender and get out your white flags and cancel your flight plans. Your career isn't taking off, you sound like a hype man. Hit you with the mic stand, they ask what a hype's about. Come and find out, I mean, where you clowns at? I've been training, pen game is insane, I'm done playing. This music is groundbreaking, lungs shaking, done waiting. Y'all taking my patience, quit faking, y'all hating, it's crazy. I mean, you know what my name is, Rhyme Slayer, stop, Nate, they whoop!
That was a G up. Oh my God. I'm like, at the end, this is a short song. What I love listening to in compositions is a aspect of unity, whether that be rhythmic unity, unity in terms of pitch. Let me just finish this song. I'm going to keep this up because I'm going to make reference to a few things. So what I was saying before, what I love listening to is a concept of unity, and there was quite a bit of unity, or that is rhythmic unity here, and also within the instrumentation. But largely, I felt like this was quite unsettling. Not unsettling in a emotional capacity, but more unsettling rhythmically, because I struggled to return back to anything that made much sense from before. This relies a lot on the meaning of the song. Of course, like it all does. It's not just music. So a couple of things which really got me about this was, firstly, the New Zealand part. Let me find it. I loved it. That part for me was, I felt a lot more settled, because most of the time he's accenting beats or using silences where things are not predictable. So this, if you are a rapper and you're watching this and you've tried to rap along with this, good luck. That's all I can say. Good luck. And you'd know that I can't rap. Clearly. I'm not even going to try. But if you're a rapper and you're an aspiring rapper, or you are a proficient rapper, learn this song, but take a while to do it. Get all the intricacies behind it. This is just stop, start, accept. Let me find it. Okay, firstly, this would be the most simple part to rap, because it's a lot more cohesive. It's a lot easier to listen to. It's a lot easier to relate to rhythmically. So let's just make this connection first with the lyrics. Look up to heaven like mum, are you proud? I'm on the way to New Zealand. I'm heading up to the clouds. Dang, I mean, who would have known this? Who would have known this? The industry never told me I was welcome. I feel like there's a vast amount of positivity within those particular lines. Again, in my limited knowledge of poetry, I feel like there's not too much tongue-in-cheek. There's not too much going at someone or being at people. And to me, this is reflected in a much more easy to listen to flow. Let's hear it.
I used to dream of these moments, I'm living them now. Look up to heaven like mama, you proud. I'm on the way to New Zealand, I'm up in the clouds, dang. I mean, who would've known this? Who would've known this? This industry never told me I was welcome. I went to the house of the bed and I broke in and told them that I would be back high, flatline. All of your whack rhymes, that's mine. Might get a...
Do you see the sense of uneasiness that you get straight after those few lines? Straight after that flow, going now into a much different rhythm. And this is what I love about this. And that's what I loved about that particular part, which caught my ears instinctively, because everything was so uneasy until there. And then once he's gone back into flatline, whack rhymes. So he's really accenting a lot more unpredictable rhythms. I just want to hear that again.
Who would've known this? Who would've known this? This industry never told me I was welcome. I went to the
Here we
house
go.
of the bed and I broke in and told them that I would be back high, flatline. All of your whack rhymes, that's mine. Might get
It's
away
so
from it,
uneasy.
boy. MMLP, I'm the bad guy. Last time, I have been taking it.
And the uses of stops and starts. This did come back. I was waiting for it, and it did in a much smaller way. Let me find it, which I'm really happy it did. Now, I could be wrong, but it may have had something else. But this is the most similar part rhythmically to what I just heard before, and there was probably more, but this is what caught my ears. He is at Drake a little bit on this one.
Here, how you let me run it down here?
He did compliment
That isn't
him.
bothering none of you rappers, and what are y'all doing now here? I was like music in my ears. Might never make it, I don't care. Drake, I love what you're doing, but call up the game and tell him that I'm
Now he's
here.
more uneasiness.
Yeah. I like that, might snap, I laugh. Y'all better surrender and get out your white flags and cancel your flight plan.
So when it comes to me making sense of this rhythmically, those two sections themselves, from what I hear, really made the most sense to me. I feel a lot of uneasiness in this piece of music, not from, say, an anxiety-inducing perspective, or not from a freaking out perspective, but more from a musical perspective, that there's so many stops and starts. And you've heard me, if you've seen my other videos, talk about silences and talk about adding and subtracting and removing instruments. So if you're going to listen to this once again, and hopefully you do, if you haven't heard it before, I mean, this is the first time I have, there was obviously so much of that, but I did want to take a look at those rhythmic aspects within the vocals a little bit more than going, okay, the synthesizer's here now, or the drums here now. I've done that to death, and you know that. But for me, within this piece of music, there was just so much happening within the rap rhythmically, and so much changing. And out of most of what I've heard, and maybe because I was focused so much more on the music before, I find this particular piece of music, maybe he is making a statement in his ability and what he's bringing, is that, once again, I've said it before, if you're a rapper and you're going to want to learn this, learn it rhythm for rhythm. Take the breaths where he takes the breaths. Use the pitch where he uses the pitch. Make the silences where he makes the silence. Don't be lazy about it, because this is not something that's easy to do. This is not mainstream rap from, say, the early 2000s. If you're going to want to learn something like this, break it down. Break it down section by section. Break it down 4 bars by 4 bars. Break it down 5 seconds by 5 seconds, because this changes so much. And maybe he's making a statement. I'm going to have to hear this again. Anyway, I see all the comments, and this is a great journey. And what's up next is the Lost in the Moment. And then therapy sessions are done. If you haven't seen my live stream, it is unblocked now, and I have looked at within that quite a few. Thank you to those who are still watching. So today's secret word or phrase, somewhere in your comment, if you've gotten this far, the secret punctuation mark is one set of quotation marks. Not even one set, just one set of 2 quotation marks. So this is what it looks like. Just put it anywhere. Like, it's just going to look like a typo, so nobody would know. But I will know that you watched far enough to make it to the end. Not that I value more, because I value all of you. Thank you. Until next time.